So, after a very inspirational SLR Abu Dhabi race, which totally happened, we are going to give you guys a different Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and this is AEC, a tournament that my esports team, SLRT, are a part of, and this is how it went down in AEC in Tier 1. We're racing in the second highest split for the first time, and you saw our teammate there, Elite Risks, giving us a tow because everyone is doing the same thing. So welcome to an Abu Dhabi race. I wanted to give you guys a race around here after the inspirational Abu Dhabi stream in SLR, which totally happened. So yeah, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more AEC content or any other team content on the channel, as first lap is not great. Nope. And you can hear me simply say, nope. We're not very happy with that lap. And I did a community post the other day saying that you guys want to see a bit of Football Manager on the channel. So that will definitely be coming soon as well. So stay tuned for that. As we are on our second lap and it's still not great. What am I doing? And you can hear I'm still not happy as we're only P15.
Don't worry about the tow. I'll just deal with it.
You can hear me telling my teammate that, don't worry about the tow, I need to get a lap in. But he's insisting on helping us out anyway, which I do appreciate, because we're not in a great spot in this qualifying session at the moment, and we have to improve. And that is the biggest understatement I can make in this video at the moment. So, let's try and improve. Turn 1, 5th gear, nicely done, clipping the inside curb on the apex, and it's a very nice exit, but we're not too confident through turn 3. You're not supposed to lift off a little bit like we did there. And as a result, we are just under a 10th up, and it's a high 0.3, which isn't great. You know, you want to be doing at least a 0.2, as there is our teammate giving us a tow, but he hasn't really timed it too badly. Not as well as last time, but it's still helping us out on the delta as he moves out of the way beautifully. Now, braking on this curb, there's no meter boards because people would knock it over. And we've messed up the turning point for the first part of the chicane, so we're not making things easy for ourselves in the slightest, as the DRS is wide open. Still 2.5 tenths up on this lap, so we could be on for a 0.1 at least, as we do a 52.7 in the middle split, which isn't too bad. It's not the worst middle split you'll ever see, as we come towards the third and final sector, shifting down the gears to 4th gear, clipping the apex through the hotel section. You want to carry as much throttle as you can through this double left-hander. We short shift to 5th gear, which ruins our momentum a little bit on the throttle, and now we're just trying to make up for the last corner. We don't really get the best turning point, and it's only going to be a small improvement. Fuck me. Dice. And you can hear my frustration. A very disappointing session. We could have done at least a 23-0, and with that would have been P9, but it's P16 instead. And that is quite disappointing. My teammate Elite Risks, I think he got pole position, if I'm not wrong, because this race was done 2 weeks ago. But either way, we are a long way off where we're supposed to be. So we've got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to show you guys the strategy for the first time in quite a while, because there's no formation lap. We're going to go from the hards to the mediums. We're going to underfuel a little bit because you can save fuel around here. Well, I'm expecting to, because I'm thinking that we're going to be stuck in a DRS train. So, here we go. About to start our Tier 1 debut here in AEC on a Wednesday night. And we are a long way off our teammate, but we're looking to recover here in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And we are underway in Abu Dhabi compared to that famous Sunday night. And it's a very good start for us. We've made 2 places going into the first corner. We take the outside line to make sure that we don't make any contact with anyone, trying to make room on the inside line, and that is a very decent start to the race. And now we have got Gary the Goat right in front of us, and there's a few cars already looking at the inside line. Again, we're going to stick to the outside line. We want to keep things clean, as NRX Flynn on the soft tyres is looking to be very aggressive, so we're not going to worry too much about him. And you can see there, people are draining down the straight, and that is to be expected on the first lap, as Flynn is looking to make progress on the soft tyres. You can see all the cars, a lot of cars there fighting for the same piece of tarmac. I think there's a bit of contact there as we swing round the outside of Gary the Goat. There's a bit of contact there. We get away with it, but we follow him through the gap as another 2 cars bog down. So a very, very chaotic start, but we're up to 13th. Okay, now as soon as I fucking say it. Every time. I might as well just keep my mouth shut when the race starts. Gained 5 places and I got spun round because someone dived at the left-hander. And unfortunately, we have been hit. I think I turned in really, but it's still very frustrating. We made quite a bit of progress in the opening lap, and now that's just gone to waste by the end of the first lap, and we are in plumb last. So it's up to us to try and recover. You can hear I was pretty frustrated, but we'll have to put that to the side and try and make our way up through the field. Oh, Flynn's gone round anyway on his soft tyres. So, NRX Flynn, the guy you saw on the opening lap, trying to be aggressive on the soft tyres, has gone for a spin. So we're not last anymore, up into P17 on the 3rd lap. And by lap 5, I think someone else has pitted, and yeah, AMS Risk has pitted there. So we're up into P15 as we've got a Ferrari in front of us as Delta is recovering from a spin. And by turn 5, we get ahead of the Ferrari, and we're actually into the points paying positions because in AEC, in this team race, the top 14 drivers score points. But you can see Delta, he's got the DRS, and he repasses us quite easily. So we were momentarily in the points there on the 5th lap, but it's fine because it's a long race, and we can just simply follow him in the DRS, and we can see if we can pass him as well if we feel quicker than him. So it's not the end of the world. As we move on to lap 8, a few laps have passed by, a few more people were in the pits, so we're up into P13, which is where we should have been at the end of the first lap, as the pace isn't feeling too bad at the moment. We're in the 27s, but it's not exactly where you want to be in terms of race pace, but we're not really fighting too many people, as VFR Prime is out of the race, and he's given us a lifeline. Safety car deployed on lap 9.
Drop your speed, our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
And just like that, we are back in the race, and that is why you do not retire on lap 1, because something like this can always happen. And strategy is going to be pretty key in this one. We are going to move to the medium tyres. Elite Risks up ahead has pitted, and we won't need to worry about a double stack.
Stay down, Jesus Christ.
Right now. Pit next lap, next lap.
I'm not staying out, man. No. Yeah, for what? I'll be a mobile chicane. You sure? Mate, I'll be last anyway. I'll be last anyway, bro. You sure? Man says stay out.
That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were
I'm
expecting.
actually back in the race. And you can hear me rambling on there. That's me talking to Elite Risks, who you can't hear in the party. But he's suggesting that I stay out when there's a free safety car and a free chance to pit for fresh tyres and get back into the race. Make that make sense. But yeah, you can hear me very, very reluctant to do that, refusing to listen to him. That is the worst advice you could take in that situation. And by lap 12, we've got the safety car coming in at the end of this lap, and we have found ourselves in the points in P12, and with an opportunity to pass a few cars ahead of us, because there are some people that have yet to stop in this Grand Prix and have stayed on hard tyres. So let's see what we can do with the rest of the field as we are racing again in Abu Dhabi with a chance to get a result here. And there is Mark Priestley reminding us that the overtake button is going to be pretty important at this stage of the race. But unfortunately for us, we're not really making any inroads on any of the cars ahead. And Delta, who we were racing a few laps ago. Yep, everyone's draining already, I think. Oh, I'm just slow on the straights. So Delta is behind us after we were racing him a few laps ago. And you can hear me say, everyone's draining down the straight, or I'm very slow. And the reality is, I don't think we were draining enough ERS. Because we've already nearly been gapped by Kieran in the AlphaTauri just ahead of us, and we're doing some defending here against Delta, going through turn 9. He tries to get a switchback on us there, but we fend him off for the time being as there's action ahead of us, but we're not close enough to that action. On lap 14, we're still hanging about like 7-8 tenths back, which is not exactly what you want at this stage, especially during a safety car restart. But through turn 5, yep, shit's kicking off. Kieran has gone round for a spin, as these guys are going crazy at the moment. They're all fighting each other for track position, and you can see Wilson in ETE with a 3-second penalty. He hasn't stopped in this race, and he's still on hard tyres, as Delta is coming back at us again at turn 9. We give him the space and the respect on the outside line, and we're trying to fight back on the outside. This is not really good for us, as we could lose a legitimate position in this race, and we end up relinquishing the position to Delta, which pretty much shows our lack of aggression there. We should have just tried harder to stay in front, but you can see BRT Ryan really slow. He's yet to stop as well, and there's a bit of contact between the Ferrari and the Alfa Romeo, and we gain a place thanks to Ryan pitting, but we lose a place as Delta has overtaken us. So we gain a place only to lose a place, which is a tad frustrating because we should be P10 right now, but our lack of aggression has come back and bitten us quite badly. As you can see, lap 18, we're still behind Wilson as Delta continues to make progress in this Grand Prix. And someone who's not making progress is Zink's Motion, and he's gone for a spin at the double left-hander, and we're up into P10 now. But realistically, we should be P8 because, you know, Delta is continuing to make progress up the field.
Might as well try it.
Meanwhile, you can hear me say we might as well try it, and what I'm referring to is a little bit like the last video in Miami, link in the top right, and that is we're going to try and get to the end of the race on these medium tyres, and they will be destroyed by the race's end, but we might as well try it because, you know, we're not really favourable in terms of track position at the moment, and, you know, pitting again wouldn't seem very wise at all, as there's more contact.
Gary the Goat's round.
Gary the Goat goes round, and we've gained another position, but we get hit in the rear.
Oh my god, mate. Alright, Zinks. Very nice. Very good.
And you can hear me not very happy with that, but thankfully we don't get spun round like we did on the first lap. So, not the worst thing that could have happened. But again, we lose another place in terms of track position, which is not looking too favourable. We are up to P9 though, so we will be scoring some decent points as Term has crashed in the pit lane.
Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in
We are
loose
getting
debris.
to the end
Fortunately,
of this
the marshals
race.
have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Yep, Zinks has let me back for it. Thanks for that.
So, safety car deployed, we'll get to the end of the race
Rocket
easily,
source, yeah.
and Zinks has let us through, which was quite nice. I really appreciated that, considering the context we had at the hotel section, and everyone is coming in for medium tyres to the end of the race, because the soft tyres on this game, guys, they are terrible. They're not a good race tyre at all, unless you want a 3-lap sprint to the end of the race, as we might lose out on track position here.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Lost.
Look after these
I've lost 3
tyres now,
places
we
from
wanna finish
P11.
the race on this compound.
And there's the realisation. We've lost 3 places after the failed double stack with our teammate who is further up the road. We haven't really seen him in this race, but we're P12 now.
P12. I think someone else has jumped me as well, so.
And there's the realisation. So as soon as we think we're going forwards in this race, we take another few steps back, and it's going to be tough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the top 2 are going to be a blockade on by themselves anyway, so this is just going to be a clusterfuck for 7 laps. Yep.
So, you can hear me talking about the situation in terms of tyres to my engineers, SLR Liam and SLR Marsh. And
Yeah, it's
apparently,
not
I think,
ideal, Marsh,
if I can remember
he'll be
properly,
slow.
because this race was 2 weeks ago, the 2 guys in the front of the field are on old tyres, and they're going to create a blockade of their own.
Right.
And Ryan
Well,
is
yeah,
back ahead of us as well.
cool.
I think he pitted a little bit earlier in this Grand Prix, so he's going to be on slightly older tyres than us. And once again, for the second time, we are racing here in Abu Dhabi for a 7-lap sprint to the flag, and we're currently P11, so after Wilson just pitted finally from his hard tyres. So let's see what we can do. We're right behind Zink's motion at the moment, as Ryan has a 3-second penalty.
Flynn's just gone. Speak of the devil himself.
As Flynn has spun again, and he was one of the 2 guys I mentioned just now being on older tyres, as we nearly hit the back of the Aston Martin of Zink's, as he's looking to make progress.
Chap, this is not going to be fun at all.
And you can hear me telling my chat on Twitch that this is not going to be fun, because these guys are fighting so hard already on the first lap of the restart, 2 by 2 through the chicane, and Ryan has lost out there. He's gone wide on the exit, and now we are going to try and take advantage, show a little bit of aggression in one of these team races as we go from the outside to the inside for turn number 9 on the inside line. And yes, there it is. We've made a crucial move and we are up into P9. And that move was crucial because, first of all, Ryan could get his penalty removed if he got an unfair penalty, which I don't think is the case. And B, he's on older tyres, and we need to keep sync with those in front, as Zinks has a moment there with Brent in the Red Bull. We're trying to go on the inside through the penultimate corner. We understeer, and it looks like we're pushing him off the track, but I'm trying not to. But he's off the track again, and he rejoins the track, and we're side by side with the Aston Martin, but we give him the space he deserves, and we relinquish the place for now because, you know, you could say that's not aggressive enough, but we have places to fight for in front of us, and we need to keep this clean because we could pick up some more places if there's more carnage in front of us. As we move on to the next lap, you're going to see what I'm talking about.
There's like 6 cars fighting for the same piece of fucking tarmac. This is not ending well. Right, chap, I don't know if you're seeing this, but this is a clusterfuck and a half. This is not ending
And you
well.
can hear me saying this is not ending well, as we are expecting a lot of chaos through the chicane. Watch this.
Oh. There you go. 2 cars gone. P7. Thing's got no battery.
And just like that, we've gained another 2 places by just keeping things clean. And Zinks has no ERS, but unfortunately we can't do too much about that, as he has DRS on the car ahead, which is Ads, which is a name I have not said in quite a while. So we've managed to find our old rival from Division 1 back on F1 2021. But once again, there's more carnage, and that is another safety car.
Why? Oh no.
Slow your pace immediately.
Why is that so? Oh dear. Yeah, I mean that's a no-brainer. We're staying out. There's no way I'm pitting. Can't wait.
And obviously, we're going to stay out because we're not sacrificing track position, especially not at this stage. And you can hear me sarcastically say, I can't wait, because these next 2 laps are going to be very, very stressful, because keeping it clean is the main priority here. As the safety car is coming in at the end of lap 27, we've got a 2-lap sprint to decide who wins this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here in AEC Tier 1, and for the 3rd time, we are underway.
The track is clear, green flag.
And we are green flag racing again here in Abu Dhabi, and we're expecting even more chaos in front of us, as we haven't really got the best of starts there. The top 6 have run away from us a little bit, but Zinks is all over the back of Ads, and he's looking to make some more progress, and he's going down the inside into turn 5. Can he make this move stick on the exit?
If you think you can get past, make use of the
Oh
overtake
my
button and see what you
God.
can do.
Yeah, just saw 2 cars crash in front of me.
Another 2-car collision in front of us, and just like that, we're in the top 5.
Laps of fuel remaining.
Come on, Elite.
And you can hear me rooting for my teammate, who's made this restart hard for himself because he didn't harvest his battery using that ERS glitch. And it's a glitch where you can just recharge your battery really quickly if you go slow enough to do so. He hasn't done that, and therefore these top 4 guys are scrapping it out for the race win. Even on the last lap of the race, you can see Elite just ahead of us is side by side. We're waiting in the wings if there's more carnage, But Elite has made contact. He's sideways after the double left-hander, and he nearly makes contact with Cryptic. We're not close enough. But from last on lap 1 to P5 at the flag.
Jesus Christ. Taken out on lap 1, safe car in the mid-stage, tyre management and recovery through the field, finishes 5th on the road. Amazing job, Brad. Cheers, Darren. What a go.
And there is the chat reaction on Twitch to that race and that finish. P5 from 18th on the first lap. A great recovery drive, definitely my best one in quite some time. And a big shout out to Darren and everyone else in the Twitch chat for supporting me during that race, because it was quite chaotic. And here are the final results. We are confirmed in 5th place as a team. We scored 38 points, and that is a massive 38 points, especially on our rivals, against our rivals in this tournament. So there you go. Guys, this is why you don't retire on lap 1, because a lot of carnage and a bit of luck going your way can definitely turn things around. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope that there's more content like this coming soon. But guys, if you enjoyed the carnage, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and check the Twitch channel down in the description, because these races are streamed every Wednesday night. And until then, take care. I'll see you all in the next one.